Hey class, Mrs. Gilling back here. I am about to give you some instructions for your first project in the class, all about subfields in psychology. And I want to give you a quick reminder that all of the projects in this course are found at the very end of the course in Unit 5. But Unit 5 is unlocked, so you don't have to go through the rest of the course to get to it. I want you to be able to get to those projects whenever you have time to get to them. And I want to make sure you get them both done. So I would encourage you to get them done as soon as possible. Just hop in there to that unit, get them done, and then you have a huge just jump on your grade. You know you're already got some of those hardest things done and you're good to go. So just remember they're located in Unit 5. You can access them at any time, but these are the instructions on what you're going to do when you get to the project. But before I get into those, I do have a joke for you. Why are psychologists always calm? Because they have a lot of patience. Get it? Patience. Patience. I crack myself up. All right, here's your project prompt. When people hear the word psychology, they often have images of therapists looking at pictures of ink blots. Did you know that there's so much more to the field than that, though? This project will allow you to explore some of the different subfields of psychology and how they connect to life. Subfields are just kind of like jobs, like the different areas of psychology, the more in depth areas that people might study. Think of it kind of as careers. You may even discover a career field that you are interested in. You'll present your findings in a slideshow presentation or an infographic, so you get to choose there. If you want to do a slideshow, here are the requirements. So you'll start off with a title slide worth 5 points, and on that, you'll list your name and you'll give me a fun title for your project. Super simple. Step number 2, you'll have an introductory slide worth 5 points. That's where you let the reader know that you are going to be discussing some of the different subfields of psychology. So let them know, hey, I'm going to talk about 4 common subfields. I'm going to talk about a less common subfield, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. Step number 3, major subfield in psychology slides. It's worth 40 points total because there's 4 slides in this section and they're each worth 10 points. So create a separate slide for each of the 4 major subfields in psychology: clinical psychology, cognitive psychology, developmental psychology, and social psychology. On each slide, please answer the following questions in at least one bullet point or sentence each. So you need to explain what that subfield in psychology focuses on, what kind of job someone in that field might have, what is a question that field of psychology might answer. So, for instance, if you're talking about social psychology, one of the questions that that field might answer is, why are people obedient to authority? That might be a question that that one answers. And then, how might this field benefit individuals or society? So you'll have 4 slides total for that section, one for each of those subfields, and in each one you answer those 4 questions. Step number 4, lesser known subfield in psychology slide, and that's worth 10 points. For this one, I want you to do a little bit of research and I want you to discover a lesser known subfield in psychology. So there's more than just those 4 that we talked about before. Pick another one and then answer the same questions. What does it focus on? What kind of job might someone in that field have? What is a question that field of psychology might answer? And how might that field benefit individuals or society? Step number 5 is your reflection slide, your opinion, worth 20 points. You're going to answer this question in at least 5 sentences. So, after exploring the different fields of psychology, which one do you think plays the most important role in today's society and why? So, out of all of those that you listed, which one do you think is most important today and why do you think it's most important? And give me 5 sentences. You do need to do some outside research for this project. I want you to really kind of dive into it. So, you will need a works cited slide, and I need you to just give me 2 sources in MLA format. And I'm happy to help if you need help with that. Step number 7, grammar and appearance, and that's worth 10 points. You've got to put a fun slideshow theme in there. Don't just use the standard black or white that they have. Pick something fun. Put at least one picture on each of those body slides, and then double check your spelling and your grammar. So that's your slideshow option. The infographic requirements are very similar. It would just be you kind of making a poster or something like that, maybe using Canva to make a fun infographic. And You're going to do the same sort of thing. So you'll have a title worth 5 points where you're going to give me your name and a fun title. Then you'll have a little subtitle that's just like a little blurb underneath your title where you explain what you're going to be talking about in your infographic. So letting them know that you're going to talk about the subfields of psychology. Then for step 3, you'll have a different section, and this part's worth the 40 points. So for each of those major subfields of psychology, you'll have a section on your poster dedicated to those where you answer those 4 questions that were also in the slideshow. So what does it focus on? What kind of job might someone in that field have? What is a question this field of psychology might answer? And then how might this field benefit individuals or society? Step number 4, you're going to have a section for the lesser known subfield in psychology where you answer those questions, and that slide's going to be worth 10 points. Step 5, you'll have a section on your poster or your infographic where you give your reflection, where you write your 5 sentences saying which field you think is most important in today's society and why. You'll have a separate page. You don't need to put it on your infographic, but do give me a page with your works cited, so your 2 sources in MLA format. That's worth 10 points. And then grammar and appearance. I want to see at least 4 pictures on your infographic, and then make sure you're double checking your spelling and grammar. I do have an example in the project for you to look at of a good project that's been done so you can see kind of what I'm looking for. So please refer to that to give you some good ideas. I'm here if you have questions. So please, please, please reach out to me, and good luck. Thanks, guys.